Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hi. How are you? You guys are doing well? Are we looking good from this side? Do you want to ever work with UNICEF? Okay, great. We'll have that conversation in a few. So my name is, as you've heard, is Susan Karaoke, and I just love working with young people. From the time I left campus, I have done nothing else apart from working with young people, and I love it. I think it makes me look young, even when I'm old, but I believe that age is just a transition. So the next 30 minutes, we'll want to have a conversation about something maybe you have heard or you have not heard, and we actually want to make you feel, leave this place having understood and known actually what it means to be in a certain situation that you never chose to be in, but it's very important for us to be able to understand. As you've heard, I'm a social scientist. How many are social scientists here? How many are social scientists? Or social behavior scientists? No, we should be proud. You know, everyone says I'm a mathematician, I'm what? Who is a social scientist? I'm proud to be a social scientist. We study behavior of people and we try to make it as friendly as possible. So we will have this interaction with my colleague, Sarah. And one of the things that we also believe within UNICEF is that every conversation that you have, not just for young people or for children, but with the children. And for that case, we want to invite 4 more members into this panel for us to have this conversation around refugee awareness and what it means in STEM. So let me request our 4 panelists to join us, young panelists. And the same way you've given us those nice hand claps, please do so. Please come running. They are coming. Our 4 panelists from far. Our 4 panelists are, those ones deserve even a dance, you know? Our 4 panelists as they come. Woo! And they're looking nice and sharp. Look, with confidence. People with vision, and these people who are seated here have vision. Let me allow them to first just do a quick introduction, introduce themselves, your name, and where you come from, and then we'll move on from there. Thank you.
Good morning. This is Ali Omar Oshkala, a student from Vision Secondary School, which is located in Turkana County in Kakuma refugee camp.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Atoy Scovia, Ugandan by nationality, from Starlight Secondary School. The school is located in Kakuma Refugees Camp.
Hi, guys. My name is Hani, and I am from Dadaab Refugee Camp. What, something else? Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ngora Kochaben, a student from Blue State Secondary School, located at Kakuma Refugee Camp.
Okay. So let me, the first question is to someone on this side. When you hear the word refugee, what comes to mind? What do you know about refugees? We will take 1, 2, 3 responses.
Okay, naweza ongea Kiswahili. Okay, refugees ni watu ambao tuseme ni wakimbizi, walikimbia kutoka kwa nchi zao wakaja huku, tumekuja kuwasaidia.
Hello. For me, I view refugees, or basically what I know about refugees is that they come to seek assistance in another country to come away from war or any kind of diseases in their country.
Let's hear. We'll get the answers from the panel that is seated here as I give the next question to Sarah. Who is a refugee?
As to me, a refugee is just a normal person who was forced to flee from their homeland to the neighbor lands. They didn't want to be in such a situation, but they just found themselves in the situation. And what I can say is that we have blood, we can breathe, and we can innovate like you guys.
Wow. They have blood, they can innovate like everyone else, and they never chose that situation. One more response there, maybe from her.
So, in my own way, for me, I grew up in here, but whenever I hear people saying, oh, you're refugees, you're people who run away from their homes, and I go to my mom, I'm like, Mom, why are they saying that? And she says, that's not the reason. That's the way they think. But we run from we leave our country because it is where it was not a safe place for you guys to grow. So we came here to raise you in a safe place. There, it's not safe. As you all know, Somalia is not a safe place, right? Am I wrong? Right? We didn't, yes, you don't know, but you will know. So we didn't run away. That guy, we did not run away. We are just children with dreams here, following our own things.
Wow. Thank you. Actually, being a refugee is a circumstance. It's not an identity. That's one of the things that we'd hope that if there's a fact that you should live here with, is that it's just a circumstance. It is not an identity. So they should never be branded. And I think I like how you responded and said, we did not choose, because it is false when someone says they flee. What was that? Walikimbia. Yeah. Hawakukimbia. It was not a choice. Yeah, it's just a circumstance that actually forced them to actually be where they are. Let me hand over to Sarah to take us to the next conversation.
Thank you so much, Susan. Allow me just to continue the conversation while seated. Hamjambo. Good. For the visitors that we have today, the panelists, and to everyone, just imagine you are back at home. Then suddenly you are told you have to leave immediately, like right now. What will you be able to pick and go with? What will you run with? What will you pick from your home and go with? Please raise your hand. Someone said... Someone said my phone. Okay, interesting. What else?
Hi, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Quinta. If I'm told to run away from my home, what I'll pick is my clothes.
Her clothes. Very important to Quinta, her clothes.
Hello.
Hello.
You are doing well. So according to me, wakikuja tu hivyo seme, mnafaa kuondoka sai. Cha kwanza, tachukua simu na charger.
Simu na charger. Very interesting perspectives here. One more final one. The lady at the corner, please.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Sabrina. The first thing that I will take, I'll just pick my certificates.
She'll pick her certificates. Very important for her. But then we would like to hear from Hani, from Ngor, from Ali. What did they pick when they were leaving their homes to come to Kakuma, to come to Dadaab refugee settlement? Was it easy for them? What were they able to pick as they looked for safety? And we can start from Ali.
Thanks for the question. And the answer is I didn't pick anything because I flew away from DRC Congo. I'm from DRC. I normally say that Nazali Mobali Amboka Congo. Now, so as I was a young child, I normally chase bird using slingshot. So I was busy hunting. I didn't know the war will happen. I was not aware. I just hear the booming of guns and bombs. So as a boy, interested in hunting, I continue hunting. Then I just saw my older brother, who's Ramadan. He came and catch my hand. Then he forced me to run. I found myself in a boat. Then I slept and found myself in a UNCR lorry. That's where I found my way in Kakuma. Now, after 6 years, it was when I was told that my mom is no longer in this world. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ali, for sharing your experience. So you can hear from Ali, he did not have an opportunity to pick anything, not the phone, not the charger, nor even the certificates. Please.
Okay, hi. As I said, my name is Atoy Scovia. I'm a Ugandan, but I didn't run from Uganda to here. So I was in South Sudan and studying there. So one day we were coming back from school. On the road, we had a gunshot, very serious one. People were running everywhere. So I was having only my uniform and my book with me. And my sister, I think she's even around here. So we just ran with her. We are 3. We just come like that. We didn't have anything. So we find ourselves in Kakuma Refugees Camp. We didn't have anything. So I had to go back to class 7, start afresh. And I was already in secondary school because I didn't have my certificate with me. And it is not easy to go back. So I decided to go back to class 7 in 2022, and now I'm in Form 3. And I'm grateful to be here. I'm here to chase my dream, to make it in future, not to just come and play around and joke around.
Thank you so much, Scovia. Honey, please.
Unfortunately, guys, I wish I could tell you I bring something or I didn't bring something, but I don't remember. I was too young, so I'm just a girl growing up in a refugee, chasing her dreams, working hard in school. So that's me.
Hello, I am Ngora Kochaben. I'm from South Sudan. When I came here in Kenya, it was 2014. I didn't pick anything at my home when we go. It was night, and the people start fighting. We were just hearing the gunfire, and nothing you could pick at that time. My dad told me, "My son, you are the future of the family. You need to go and chase your dream." And we ran away, came here into Kenya and study. And we were twin with my brothers. And I lost my brothers 2017 at Kakuma. My brothers died. It was...
Thank you so much, Ngor, and thank you so much, Hani, Ato, as well as Ali. So as you heard from our dear friends from Kakuma and Dadaab, they were not able to bring anything. But did they leave behind their dreams? Did they leave behind their dreams? Did they leave behind their abilities? Did they leave behind their intelligence and their skills? They all came with them. And that's why they are saying they are here not to joke, but build their dreams. Keep chasing that dream that they had way back in Congo, way back in Sudan, way back in Somalia. Thank you. Back to you, Susan.
Thank you. Are we learning? Are we enjoying the conversation? Okay. Now, listen to this question carefully, and then you respond to it. Should a refugee learner have the same shot at studying science, using a lab, competing at YSK, and becoming an engineer or a doctor as any other Kenyan learner? Yes or no? I challenge you. Clap for yourself. But what really gets into their way? What are the issues or what are the barriers that limit them from participating or becoming those engineers and doctors? Because you've said they have the equal chance. What limits them? Let's hear some few responses from a number of you.
Thank you. I am Gideon Otita. The main problem is discrimination. For example, many Kenyans they think that the refugees somehow are terrorists. So they are discriminated. Thank you.
Thank you for that response. We'll take, I think, 4 to...
Okay, I believe that what limits the refugees is their hearts, their injuries, the loss of family, the trauma. So I feel like mental health is a big wall in front of them in achieving their future and reaching their dreams. Because I mean, when you're psychologically injured with depression, stress, and hurt, I feel like your body also follows. So I feel like you'll be discouraged to reach that goal.
Let's clap for her. And before you sit, allow me to ask you one question. If you were the UNICEF representative and those children are going through mental issues, how would you solve that problem?
Okay, so every problem has a root, and I'm a strong Christian. I believe in God. His word is our comfort. Because, I mean, he says, by his stripes you are healed. He says that, and the peace of God which surpasses all understanding will guard both your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. And he says he's with you, he's for you. Though your mother forsakes you, he will never leave you. So it's Jesus!
Wow, powerful. Thank you. Take it to God in prayer. Thank you. 2 more responses.
Okay, for me, I think basically I have the same answer as someone, discrimination, but I want to correct them because in Kenya, refugees are not discriminated. I think, yeah, we have people from Zimbabwe, Zambia around my area, and they live just like us. I think South Africa is more biased. You know, people from Kenya, you know the issue, everyone knows. So I think they're just like us and nothing can limit them right now. Tribalism, they can fight and win. Thank you.
Thank you. Allow us to stop there so then we take responses from this end. We will allow you to speak. What are your barriers really?
As to me, I will start by saying, first of all, is that Kenya hakuna matata. And I really appreciate that. About discrimination, it's not to that extent, but it's happening. Yeah, and other barriers that we are facing is under documentation. You'll find that I have done 20 years now, but I applied my ID, a refugee ID, alien card, last in 2024. Till now, I haven't received the ID. I keep on going to the people who are concerned with the IDs. They'll keep telling you, come next week, next year, until now. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, according to me, it is there, but not much. But sometimes it makes us almost to give up in life. But you'll always remember where you come from, and you'll say, no matter what happens, I will not give up. It is there, but still, we participate, we get scholarship, we go to school. So I don't think Kenya is a bad country. Kenya is a very good and a safe place to be in. It's a place where your dream will come true.
Yeah, thank you for that. Any other barrier that you face that they haven't spoken to? Your language issues? Do you have science lab issues? Do you have labs, by the way?
We have, but the lab, it is really not big, and a lot of apparatus are not in the lab. We don't even do, we don't do practical usually because we don't have a lot of things in our labs, and our school is very small. You may find in a class over 150 in one class, and that is not only the same class. We have A, B, C, up to D, and in one class, over 100 students in the same class, and the weather is too odd. Instead of focusing on study, you are focused on funding yourself and all that. So when I came to Kenya, actually, I don't know Kiswahili. Hata sahi, si mingi, just that little, but I'm trying my best. People are telling me that, jifunze Kiswahili bana, how you are in Kenya, how can you not know Kiswahili? You are useless and all that. But I'm just saying that, no, I'm not useless, but I'm trying to learn. But because I'm not a Kenyan, it is the matter of learning. And I'm proud I can speak at least hiyo kidogo yenye niko nayo, and I can at least pass an exam.
Yeah, just to interrupt. I would like all refugees who are here just to stand up. I have a question for you.
Wow, look at that. Let's clap for them.
And the question is a bit crazy and simple. The question is, have you realized that the school that you are having there at the camp, they're not schools? Have you realized that the school that you are having, they are not schools? I've come here, this school. I've seen buildings, books, libraries, but where we are from, we'll just hear practical theory. We do practical in theory. You will be told that sodium manganate, sodium what. Even I haven't seen those things. And KCSE, they won't say that you are a refugee, you haven't seen sodium. You must do practicals. Labs, libraries, all of those, we don't have them. Even books. You'll find 150 students in one class having only 30 books. And teachers, human resources are scarce, whereby you'll find, we have got so many refugees from South Sudan. And they're challenged in Kiswahili. And Kenyan teachers that you are having, there are a few. So there's no way that one teacher can teach 150 students and they really perfect in Kiswahili. Yeah. You can sit down.
You can sit down. Allow me to, so everyone deserves equal treatment, and that's the reason why UNICEF exists, because we try to ensure that we can help them to get those labs and many other things. So over to you, Sarah, for the next conversation.
Thank you. And thank you so much for all the responses thus far. We'd just love to hear from you. Do you think a good idea has a nationality? Do you think a good idea has a nationality? No. Do you think a good idea has a tribe? Do you think a good idea has a certain region? Good. Excellent. So, if a young scientist from Kakuma or Dadaab refugee settlement develops a solution to water scarcity in Kenya, or energy access, or climate resilience in Kenya, whose innovation is that? I can't hear you. No, I don't want chorus answers. If a young scientist in Kakuma or the Dadaab refugee settlement develops a solution to address climate resilience, to address issues with water scarcity affecting all Kenyans, whose innovation is that? Yes, please. Could you please say that louder?
Nasema hivi, ndugu zetu wakija na hiyo akili yao, hiyo innovation yao, so wakitupea sisi ni akili yao wametumia, lakini benefits mingi zitakuja kwa country yetu, so tutakuwa tumebenefit kutoka kwao. So according to me, I can urge you, the government of Kenya, to have an equal distribution of resources to these, our sisters and brothers.
Thank you so much for your response. It's even gone over and above, and even called on the government to be able to include refugees even in resource distribution. Thank you so much for that. But then perhaps you could hear from Hani and Ngor some of the innovative ideas that they've been able to come up with within their schools or even within their communities in the refugee settlements. Over to you, Ngor.
Hello. We came up with a project by the title AI-based learning chatbot. As you hear from Ali, we does not have many resources for a student to learn. So we come up with our project to solve that to be a solution of that problem. In our school, we are many students and teachers are few. So we come up with an artificial intelligence to provide personalized learning by using your smartphone, laptop, and can also prepare you to your KCSE examination just using your smartphone or a laptop. And you can study using our AI-based chatbot at your home. There's no need for you to wait for a teacher and come to teach you. It offers explanation based on the Kenyan 844 and the CBE curriculum, which are grade 10 now in the current high school. And it also has a voice explanation which explain concept to you. And you can understand better for the student who prefer voice explanation. And our project is also has a support of both as bilingual language support of English and Kiswahili for students who prefer to learn English to learn efficiently, and a student who prefer to learn in Kiswahili to learn efficiently. And that's why we come up with our project to solve the problem we have in our community, which is refugee and also the other part of the Kenya.
Thank you so much, Ngor. As you can hear, they are having solutions to some of the challenges that they are facing that could also be scaled up to the entire country. And one thing they forgot to mention, actually, and particularly for those that are in senior secondary schools, they do not have a school meals program. Senior schools majorly close at around 1 p.m. and they have to go home and look for food, or even some have to work to fend for themselves because some are here alone, like you had some lost their parents on the way and all that. So they are what we call unaccompanied minors. They are here on their own and they have to look after themselves. So while the rest of the country, we have classes all the way to 4 p.m. and very engaging extracurricular activities, some of them here do not have such opportunities. If you could hear from Hani.
Hi, guys. So me and my colleague, we came out with a project entitled Pamoja Pasture. Pamoja Pasture, it is an app that allows pastoralists to share and locate pasture. You know, down there in Dadaab, it is a very dry place, and people there, their livestock or incomes are like their animals, and they don't have something to feed them. They go into the forest, moving from one place to another. So this app helps them like take picture, voice notes. They share to one another like pastoralists. So, yeah.
Just to comment on what the madam said there on resources. Actually, if you have observed me well, you will find that during lunchtime, I always come back for paper 2. Those who understand paper 2, please wave your hand. It's because that where I'm from, schools, it's true that we don't have meal programs, but I'm shocked here. You will see food, it's plenty. So I have to utilize the resources to my fullest. Because I know when I go back there, I want to enjoy. Yeah, and other things that I've seen field here, basketball, the things that I was watching on TV, seeing Europeans playing basketball. So I was shocked. Even people are playing basketball. I tried, but I wasn't perfect in that game. If we had that games at home there or in the camp, it could really boost our ability and our skills in sports also.
Thank you.
Let me say something a little about Kakuma. If you hear about Kakuma, it sounds really good for me. There's something that is happening in Kakuma actually. If you come to the site of down country, Nairobi, Nakuru, whatever, you may not find a girl of 13 years old carrying her own child. But if you go to Kakuma refugees camp, you may find a child of 13 years old, 14 years old having a child. And it is very painful. They are dropping out of school, yet they have brighter future. But not because they don't want to go to school. It is because of the condition that we are passing through in Kakuma refugee camp. You may find somebody at home, you don't have food. You have your siblings, you have to take care of them. And your mother is not there. And that will take you to something that you never want to do. And you may end up getting pregnant. And that's the reason why I come out with a project called, it is a doll actually. The doll, it is having Bluetooth inside. And the doll, I made it usually for kids and for teenage mothers who are in Kakuma refugees camp. Not only in Kakuma refugees camp, even here in Nairobi, in Nakuru, you may find those girls who are staying in the ghetto. Even they are young and they have kids, they have dropped out of school. So the off-screen play meant a doll or an instrument used by children to minimize the overuse of screen time and also to increase teenage mothers' attendance in school. Now you have a child and you're a teenage mother. There's no one to take care of your child. Maybe you have your mother or your auntie at home, but that auntie of yours have a work that she is doing. You will just connect the Bluetooth and give it to the child. The child will be playing with it. You go to school. As Madam said, we just come back from school at 1:10 and we don't go back to school. And we have break. If your child is that much young, during break time, you'll go back and check on your child and you will find the child is okay. You come back to school and to give the chance to teenage mothers to access learning. They have brighter futures. And also overuse, excess use of smartphone for kids, tablet, phone, TV. It affects their eyes. It causes sleep disturbance. You may find a child of 1 year, 2 years, 3 years to 5 years using smartphone, which is not good. We should not only see the positive effects of using phone because the world has developed. We should also see the disadvantages of using phone. A time of a child supposed to sleep because tomorrow the child will be going to school. You may find a child is busy watching, and it is in the morning. Instead of going to school, the child is deeply asleep, which is totally wrong. Our parents are saying like the world that has developed that kids are supposed to use phone, but it is totally wrong. Children will not be playing with their parent. They don't focus on their parent. Imagine you are telling your child to do something that your child will start quarreling at you. That is totally wrong. And that's why we come up with that project, the off-screen play. Kakuma Refugees Camp is a place where it is good to stay in, but also the life there is very tough.
Sorry?
Yeah, we can see here time is up. Time's up.
Okay. Although time's up, I would like to request add us more time because we have a lot of things to share with you guys. And thanks. I think you have heard about adolescence and menstrual health. I'm sorry, my sisters, to touch these things. As she said, sorry, she reminds me of a girl known as Nyaluak. She's from South Sudan. She's a girl that we did cases in the same year, in the same room, and was competing. I remember she had the dream of becoming a doctor, while I had a dream of becoming a pilot. But now, from being a doctor, she's now a teenage mother. So these things are being caused by lack of resources that we have. You will find that a girl, when she turns in 13 years and above, I believe they undergo menstrual cycle. And from where we are being marginalized by culture and some norms, which believe that if you have your girl and she's in that period, that's a bad omen, that's a curse. So this forces some of the parents to take the girls to witch doctors to do some blah, blah, blah for them so that they can't have that period again. But it's because of lack of awareness. With UNICEF, as they have written for every child, I really thank you because you didn't let even refugees child to suffer. Well, being provided by sanitary pads, which help our sisters back there at the camp, and they're being supported by GRS, LWF, Wind International, and even the government of Kenya. We really shukuru nyinyi. Tunawashukuru sana. Asanteni.
Thank you so much. Allow me to stand as we wind up this session. It's been interesting. It's been a good one for all of us. And to say thank you to our panelists who have done a commendable job. Have they done a good job? Are you feeling empowered about what happens in Kakuma and Dadaab? Yes, we exist to serve such children, such young people as these. Who are represented here, who are in the same room as you, who are doing the same career as you, and they have big dreams, and we believe in their dreams, and we want to support them continuously to ensure that those dreams of being a pilot, of being an engineer, of being a social scientist, of being a teacher, of being whoever it is that they were created by God, they can actually be able to achieve that. So that's what UNICEF does in the humanitarian setting and also in other places to reduce the teenage pregnancy, to give them voice and agency like we have done this morning, to allow them to speak, to support them in terms of their education, to support them in terms of even knowing how to feed their children, even those teen moms in terms of nutrition, to build even toilets and infrastructures that would serve them. If you actually had an exchange program, in fact, I would actually request YSK one day to take the next one in a refugee camp and actually just see what happens, and you'll start innovating even for such people who are on the other side. We want to say thank you so much for having us here, and thanks for the partnership and collaboration. May the Lord bless you.
Let's go.